Screw your New Year's resolution and shove these tasty treats straight down your pie hole. The Boston Public Market is holding another family pasta making workshop on January 11th. You can learn how to make pasta from scratch. It's family friendly, it's hands-on, and it's piled high with pasta by the famous owner of the Law of Pasta restaurant in the Boston Public Market. You'll learn how to make a fresh pasta dough by hand. Let's roll it into sheets and cut it in different pasta shapes. Then you get to eat it. It's Vegetarian History Day at the Vegetarian Resource Center in Cambridge on January 31st. This day commemorates the life and work of Professor Ryan Berry, an expert on the historical roots of the vegetarian and vegan movement, who dedicated his life to educating others about veganism and all of its roots. He wrote like 5 whole books about it. Check it out at vrg.org. The Peabody Museum of Archaeology and Ethnology launches its new exhibition to explore food choices and eating habits in the United States, including the sometimes hidden but always important ways in which our tables are shaped by cultural, historical, political, and technological influences. One dinner served in 1910 will form the centerpiece, literally, check it out, at resetting the table throughout January. Microscopic thieves are working to rob us of our favorite summer fruits even before they ripen. If we wait too long, the fungi, bacteria, and other microbes will soon appear as an unexpected blotch, or suspicious fuzz, or an oddly curled foliage. Fruits of Decay is a new special exhibit at the Harvard Museum of Natural History that explores blight and rot and other diseases on summer fruit. It features glass botanical models of the rotten fruit, yes, by that same dude that did the unrotten glass models, and first time in almost 20 years they've been pulled out for the public to see. So don't miss it. That's Saturday, January 18th. Fatten up, children, and store these calories away for February. Well, hi there. I'm here with Darren Cordy of the Cambridge Community Center, who once a month runs a pretty exciting program called the Coast Kitchen. Thanks for making it.
Absolutely.
I'm glad that you're here.
No, happy to be here.
Tell us what you do.
Yeah, so the Coast Kitchen was an idea that we came up with a few years back in partnership with Food for Free and Harvard, when they started collecting the food from, Food for Free collects food from Harvard's dining halls that isn't used, isn't put out on the buffet line. And at first we started using that food to create community meals to bring people in and build community organically. And since then we've partnered also with Love and Spoonfuls, and we get food that is actually going to expire in a day, or dented cans, or things like that that people aren't buying at the grocery store. And we have a Serve Safe chef on staff who comes in and prepares wonderful meals for the community in an agenda-free way to bring people in to get to really as a way for neighbors to get to know each other.
Oh, right on. So it does a couple of cool things. Food doesn't go to waste.
Yep.
And you've got this really cool sense of community.
Yep.
Right, that happens as a rule. So who's coming to the program once a month?
So it was really cool because it was a way that we were able to engage some people who hadn't been engaged with the center for a couple of years prior. The center has a really long history. We were founded 90 years ago. This year we celebrated our 90th anniversary. So there are people in our community who date back to the 30s and 40s when they were kids. And some of them are coming to the meals. But really what we were trying to do when we created this meal was, believe it or not, the baseline was an approach to sort of address gentrification in the neighborhood and engage new people moving into the neighborhood to let them understand and see that there's an existing community here of people who have utilized this space as sort of home for our community for many, many years, to engage them in our work as a way to embrace newcomers coming in, to support the history of our community and those who have lived here, as opposed to sort of fighting it with picket signs and protests, which never really seems to work. And we've actually done a good job through that of engaging some newcomers into the community in our work who have become supporters of maintaining the really awesome history of the Coast community.
No, right on. When people come to this event, it's which Friday?
Third Friday
of every month.
So we just had one last Friday.
Okay, I just missed it. I was lucky enough to go to one earlier this year, and I think we had some tasty barbecue, I think, that night.
Yeah, barbecue chicken.
Yeah,
LB makes some good barbecue chicken.
Yeah, it was excellent. What is it people sort of experience when they come in? What's your environment like?
Yeah, so it's very, a low bar for engagement. It's an agenda-free meal is what we always call it. So you're never going to come in and have somebody with a table set up trying to sell you something. Nobody's going to be there sort of making a speech or a pitch to you. In fact, I've even stopped politicians and around election time who were walking in with pamphlets. I'll say, come on in and enjoy the meal, but could you please leave your pamphlets in the car? That's not really what the point of this meal is. So We really want it to be, we don't even really want people other than the volunteers who are serving the food, people to know who's working and who's not. We want it to really be a come in, have a nice meal. We have some soft music playing, and just really get to know each other over some good food.
And it's all walks of life from the neighborhood are coming in, right?
Yeah.
Children, elderly.
5 to 90, I would say.
Right
People who have been here for 3 or 4 generations, and people who have just moved here within the past year.
Oh, right on. Now, you've been doing this for a while. You've been involved in the Cambridge Community Center for quite a long time.
10 years now.
What's your favorite part about the event?
I'm a foodie, so the food.
Yeah.
And we've been fortunate enough. The chef we have now is our third chef that we've had, and we've been fortunate to be able to bring in really good chefs to prepare this food. So for me, I look forward to it every Friday because I know I'm going to get a really good meal and be able to sit with some of our community members and sort of hear from them what they appreciate about what we're doing and also what they think we could be doing. So the opportunity to learn from our community members and the opportunity to have a really good home-cooked meal is my favorot part of it.
Right on. That must be really important for an organization that serves a community to be able to hear back from the community in a way like that.
Yeah, I think a lot of organizations I think can get caught up in sometimes chasing funding and not necessarily responding to the needs of the community that you serve. And if you're not creating ways to organically connect with the community you serve and hear firsthand from them what their needs are, then you are kind of just taking shots in the dark at what you need. And we've been able to listen to our community members and create some new opportunities of programming from these meals. For instance, we're partnering with Tech Goes Home in January because we've heard from some of the seniors who come to the meal that they want more opportunities to come in, and some of the things that they wanted to learn about were how to utilize technology.
Right.
So
phones and tablets and the stuff their grandchildren gave them for the holidays.
Exactly. So we see it as an opportunity to hear firsthand from them sort of what they're experiencing in their lives, and then we think about how we can work to integrate ourselves in and be of service to them.
Oh, right on. So when folks want to look for the schedule, they want to know when's the next date, where can they go to find info?
So the best thing to remember is it's the third Friday of every single month. So the next one is December 20th and then January 17th and so on and so on. And we've been doing that never fail for 5 years now, every third Friday of every month. Also, we have a Facebook page where I believe the next 12 are already posted as Facebook events. So it's the Coast Kitchen on Facebook, and if you go to the Cambridge Community Center Facebook page, we've shared several Coast Kitchen posts there as well, so you can find that page, follow it, and we always post on the week of the meal to remind people what's going on, but you can also just click attend on each of those events, and you'll automatically get updates as the dates approach on Facebook. It's the best way to keep up.
All right, cool. Well, I'm glad you can make it with us tonight, and I'll make it down to one of your Coast Kitchens sometime real soon.
Sounds good.
And, thanks for making the trip.
Thank you very much, Sean. Appreciate it.
And now is when we lean in.